Hey, peace. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here another week at our show that we've yet to name, but that's okay because it's about the principle and the message. Our brothers have come up with some great names, you know what I mean? But we're gonna figure it out. Again, I'm Jamar. I want to introduce my brothers next to me.
Peace and blessings, y'all. DQ. Yeah.
Peace. Julian. It's a blessing to be here. Feel good. Feeling real good.
Yeah, man. Kind of tired right now.
It's all good.
Kind of tired.
It's
right
our
now.
weekly show. We gotta come on and give it to the people. They've been supporting us. We appreciate you guys, and we definitely been getting certain questions, inquiries about certain things. So we definitely appreciate it. We know some people are watching.
Lot of feedback. I'm so appreciative of those, individuals that reached out and really just let us know that they supported and they watching and, and the highlights of these moments too. I'm grateful. I'm grateful because this is from the heart. It's really from the heart with a true intention.
Yeah.
Really.
I guess we always like to start with the words we manifest. We talk about something the previous week and we follow up on it this week. So the good news is, first and foremost, we put in for workers' comp for the construction. So that's a go. So we want you to go every week, go to the week 1, week 2, and now this is week 3. If you want to get into this construction field, you can watch our blueprint or you could do it yourself or whatever. But we definitely put in for workers' comp. There's certain things that you have to do to be in the construction field, to be official and get city contracts. And my brothers right here, they know a little better than me in that field, so I'll let them talk about construction.
Yeah, I'm going to give it over to Jules.
Because I don't know. I feel like it's working. I feel like we're projecting enough. I like it though. I feel like if we sit it in the middle of the wall,
We'll be good. All right.
but
Y'all let us know if you can hear. My cousin is engineering the session today, my cousin Lynette. So she got to come and give us the thumbs up if the volume's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We sit it right here. I don't know. Let's see. But man, I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. I feel like that's the thing. Everybody say that. I always say that because I really am always grateful. Like, really, that's how I should walk through life. That's how I desire to walk through life. Like, just in a good space and just showing gratitude. Gratitude really is a vibration. Like, it's a creative vibration. It really, like, fuels what's going to happen next. I'm looking at that word right there on the wall, too. It says gratitude, and I'm happy y'all see that. Y'all see that right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We keep those kind of things around. If you one day come into the studio, you will see this type of stuff we have on the wall. But go ahead, Drew.
But I really walk through life like that, and like the universe gives me feedback. Like my daily experience gives me feedback. It gives me more reasons to be grateful. It shows me what I'm doing and whether I'm doing it right and if I'm doing it wrong. And we all get feedback. Life is constantly giving us feedback. So I feel like I'm on the right track. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my brothers too, pulling me up and making sure, we on the right track together.
Yeah. Holding each other feet to the fire. So you're gonna hear these words every week because it's about consistency, holding each other feet to the fire, making sure what we say we're gonna do, we follow through, at least make an attempt, and get something done for the following week.
Yeah, and I think it's important to do that just for the simple fact that, here or society in our community has been so conditioned, right, to hear certain words that don't really mean nothing, right, that don't bring any life to the people around you and even the neighborhood, right? So words like gratitude and what was the word you just said?
Consistency.
Gratitude and consistency is very important, right? It's important for a relationship on any level, whether it's personal, work. Those are words that need to be uttered a lot, right? So I also want to just let everybody know about how my week was as far as with the Galactic Tribe.
Tell them. Tell them.
It was wonderful.
It feels so good, man, to be around
Word.
good, righteous brothers who doing the right thing. Tell them about your week.
Yeah,
man.
yes, sir, yes, sir. The brothers, everybody came through. We serviced over 200 families.
Come on.
With sneakers,
Big up.
boots, and shoes, and socks. Appreciate you too, man. Like the last minute, there was a family that came through. We were already packed up. We had maybe a couple of shoes left, and they ended up coming to grab some. And it was real peaceful. It was amazing just to see the people and how they responded. And we had families crying. One lady was just like, "Yo, I only had $40, to last." And she was like, she didn't know how she was going to make it. You know what I mean? And, be able to, supply her kids with any type of, footwear for school. But she just found out like that day. So I just want to say thank you to Say Yes Buffalo, because she found out through them. So that was a real piece. I'm so thankful and grateful actually for everybody who came through last minute and before, everybody who helped out, Black Monarchy, Blur, Open Buffalo, who else? Feed Buffalo, Project Mona's House.
The community show up.
Yeah, the community definitely showed up. So much love. Who else I want to give a shout out? The Fridge.
Our guy Deuce came through.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. My brother Deuce, I love him. Yo, he came through for the first sneaker drive, which was, oh my God, 2017, I want to say. But, he came through, you know what I mean, from Atlanta, right? So, or from down south. So it was just really beautiful. He's always supportive, you know what I'm saying? And so that means a lot to me. So, like I said, it was just so many people, and if I forgot your name or your organization, I apologize, but you know where my heart is, right?
This dude love you. It. You already know.
Yeah, and that's what it's about too, love, yo. So, showing love, giving love, and all that. So, what else? How's everybody doing?
Hold on, I want to add on to that for the people, so they don't think like it was like people giving away garbage. Like people gave away some high quality stuff. I saw Jordans, Air Max. The brother said somebody donated some Balenciagas, and like really, really high fashion footwear just to make sure that they could pass that blessing on. That was beautiful to see. Yeah. Like really, just to see the families, get to experience that and have that blessing. Really, it was a blessing to behold, and I'm grateful to see that and to have been there. But I'm with it. I'm ready to do that.
The lesson in it is obviously you give it to the kids for footwear, but we all know guys who have dropped out of school because they didn't have the gear to keep up with others.
That's true.
I have friends drop out like, yo, my parents can't afford to get me nothing. Like, I ain't coming back to school like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, is to keep the kids, at least they self-esteem high.
That was one of the main reasons why we did it.
Yeah, keep their self-esteem high. That was big up.
It's sad that we live in a society where, kids can't feel comfortable going to school to learn, to get an education without having, fresh clothes and brand new sneakers and stuff like that. It's sad where, so many people are bullying other kids, behind that type of crap, So we were one of the people who would beat up people, who would make fun of kids. We're the bullies to the bullies. You know what I mean?
So
yeah.
With that, the community, what you can do, you missed the sneaker drive, but some of those old kicks you don't wear, we know how it is. You wear the Air Force Ones once, and you're not wearing them again. Give them to one of the kids in the neighborhood. Do your own sneaker drive right in your own vicinity. You know what I mean? So give to the kids because self-esteem is low in our community.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be fresh. We're not gonna pretend like people don't want to be fresh.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
On a side note, our guy Perk want to chime in.
Man, where you at? Where you at? P, what's good? Where you at, man?
Peace, beloved.
Ah,
Oh, we gonna grab. Oh yeah. You could join him on the live.
Jeez. You hear us? You notice we trial run everything.
Yeah.
We trying to link you in. The engineer trying to link you in.
Yeah.
word.
Hey, we learned how to do this on the fly too.
Yeah.
So,
We ain't scared to show you this.
so he's gonna be on Jamar's live. We gotta check him on there, right?
Any
Are you
luck?
able to grab him?
No, it says couldn't add guests. This person was unable to join because technical issues.
So we having some technical difficulties getting Perk in. Look at last week's show. Perk was the guy that was dropping knowledge at the beginning of the show. He was there the whole show, but he set the show off with a lot of knowledge. So
Yeah.
we trying to get you in, Perk. If you try to rejoin, we'll keep pressing the button. But we love you, kid. Fellas, go ahead.
Yeah, and then that's another thing too. Like, just want to give y'all like the update, let y'all know what else we got coming up. So September is here. Today's the 1st, and we have a boatload of stuff that's coming up. Perk is actually going to be launching a fitness and wellness program with us called SPEAR. Don't ask me to tell you what the acronyms are.
Go to all of our Facebooks.
Yeah.
We shared it. So we do everything in unison,
Right.
on one accord. So if you want information on that, go to all of our Facebook and look at the last post. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's going to be every Monday and Wednesday 4 to 6 at Tri-Main Building with Armada Fitness. So it's going to be a great partnership. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be major. And this is going to be something free that families can do together. Kids, parents. So that's major, right? So look out for that. Tap in next week, Monday and Wednesday. That's the first time we're going to be doing it. It's the kickoff. And then we're going to be moving into a new space. So King Urban Life Center is no more affiliated with Wakanda Alliance. We had our run there. Thank you very much.
Much love. Much love.
But now it's time to move on to something bigger and better with, the Delavan and Grider Community Center.
Coming home.
Yes, and
Coming home.
the love. Thank you, Candace, Rozzy, Rob. Much love and respect. Thank you so much for opening doors for the Wakanda Alliance, the Galactic Tribe. It's on. So,
September what?
September 10th,
Where at?
Grider Delavan Community Center.
Stop saying the children don't have
Delavan
things.
and Moselle.
Go ahead.
It's right on the corner of Delavan and Moselle.
Yeah, I know.
Can't miss it. It's a staple in our community. I was raised there, storied there, like really, and coming back home.
Yeah.
Grateful my brother's there. Really.
Yeah, well, we all there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? His victory is my victory and his victory. His victory is my victory and his victory. And my victory are both of their victories as well as our people's too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
Bring the kids out. Again, I know you know DQ, but we always like to inform you. It's Afrofuturism.
Yes.
Where do our kids, what's the plan for our kids going forward in the future? And the future starts in 1 minute, in 1 second from now.
Yeah.
So bring the kids out. Stop saying the children don't have anything to do. You need to bring the kids out to activities that are for the benefit of them. You know what I mean? So come on out. September 10th is the debut at the new location. Man, we're so proud. It's so happy. The turnout's been great.
Yeah.
The turnout has been great. We're
Yes.
so proud and happy of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, just to piggyback off what he was saying about Afrofuturism, our people have, again, going back to that word condition, right? And consistency and also gratitude. Our people have been so conditioned to only think about today. You know what I mean? Not thinking about next week. Even tomorrow is too late. You know what I mean? You got to think about next week, next year. You know what I mean? And that's one of the key points of what we're trying to get across to our children as well as our people if they can catch on, right? If they're not too stuck in their ways. To break, man, open up. You know what I mean? Just open up. Try something new. Try something different. Don't be scared. You know what I mean? To be judged about trying something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, get out of that mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only holding you back.
It's
You know what I
okay to
mean?
be a nerd. It's okay to be a square. It's okay in 2022. If the big homies, if your uncles, your father, they not telling you to go square life, then it's contrary to righteousness. So it's okay. Come build with us. Bring the kids out. Build with us with the Galactic Tribe, Wakanda Alliance.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what we push it.
Exactly.
It goes all in with we had a topic that we wanted to touch base. Perk sent us some topics. And instant gratification all boils into that. And when I see the word instant gratification, I think of people wanting to get quick money right now. And I get it. We got to survive. But you have to think about, and I'm talking to the kids, you try to get quick money. It come with consequences. So we trying to get you before you get knee deep in the mud. We want you before you get in trouble. You know what I mean? Because it's tough to get you out of that. So start coming around us and other kids who trying to do positive things and not always about instant gratification. We don't even live by instant gratification ourselves. We on week 3, and every week we building on something. I wish we could do this and have the biggest construction company on the East Coast. But it's going to come. We're going to be big. We're going to be a major player in this market. You know what I mean? So when we talk about instant gratification, do anybody want to get on a personal with the instant gratification or just want to talk to the youth?
I mean, I could definitely speak to that because I was selling dope. I was outside doing a lot of things that really wasn't, constructive in my community. And I like that. I use that word on purpose, constructive, because I'm actually building now. I'm actually constructing something bigger than I was, much more solid, But I could definitely see how a child could make that decision. It's really, looking back, it was my environment. It was a choice I made, feeling as though I didn't have any other choice. It wasn't true. I was a nerd. And I actually regret making that transition, trying to, be other than myself. Like I was a straight A student, like math.
What grade you
like
think?
literally.
What grade you talking?
Like 7th, 8th grade is when I started to make that change,
And y'all know that's a lot of y'all kids change. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's about the age.
But like 7th, 8th, or 8th grade, I started to make that change, and I guess I wanted to be other than I was, but at the same time, I had a different life experience. It's like I said, I was a straight A student, but I'm coming home and my environment was different. I recall the first time having a gun put to my head. I was a baby. I was literally a baby. I was 8 years old.
Wow.
And another kid on the block was playing with me like, yo, this is real. I'm like, that ain't real. And he put it to my head like, this is real.
Yeah.
It was real. Yeah. But when first time as a kid, that wasn't the last time as a child, but that was my experience. I'm not blaming that. I'm just saying like
that all
it was just and you leaving a child with this experience to make a decision, And then I'm seeing everybody outside. They living. From what I thought was living good at the time.
Because our era, you come outside and everybody was getting to it, and it's attractive to the most square kid. Go ahead.
Definitely. And so I started to make a different set of decisions rather than, like books was my friends when I was a baby. Like I would sit there and read, like really, like after school, I'm in the house reading. I really enjoyed that. I've been reading since I was 2. My grandmother was a school teacher, so she made sure we had that. Me and my little brother, I recall that too. Like we was busting down books as babies, and
I just want to interject there. I always like to interject. You see what he said at the age of 2? The reason why that's so important is because from the age of birth to 5 years old are the most important years of a person's life. Go read that.
Absolutely.
From 0 to
Absolutely.
5. The most important, that most of your stuff is instilled in you right there as you a brand new person, having a brand new computer. Go ahead.
Yo, so that's the thing. We're actually in our super brain during those years. Because we're learning language, we're learning how to walk, talk, eat on our own. You know, we're learning the world. You know, we're absorbing everything. Like literally, like, you know, those are called the incredible years, but we're in our super brain during those years.
So I think with his grandmother instilled in him at that young age, that's how he became the man later in life. He made some mistakes. I don't want to speak for him, but you know, when I say we make some mistakes after that time period. But from 0 to 5, something was instilled in my brother to where he made some mistakes, but he steered right back to his foundation.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. My fault.
And that's key. No, you good. And that's key for me because I mean, now my passion is writing. You know, like I really love that. You know, from writing music, poetry, just any form of a creative expression. I love the arts. You know, so that was instilled in me young. But going back to that instant gratification, I made those decisions thinking that, you know, I could basically cheat the system. Yeah. I'm not talking about the man-made system. I'm talking about the system of life. You get what I'm saying? Like just being a good person in life, you know?
Yeah.
I was trying to cheat that. And no, it didn't work. I got my issue. Like I got what I was looking for. And yeah, I had to bump my head a couple of times. And I'm grateful for those lessons though. Like going to prison really saved my life. And it might sound like sad to somebody, but for me, it's a story of success, you know, like really coming through that. And we coming about 15 years.
When you think it saved your life, because we hear that in our community. Mm-hmm. Do you think you'd be dead? You think you would?
Well, I mean, I can't say what could have happened. I could say that the road I was traveling on, it wasn't the best one. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like it was a lot going on. Like my life was totally different.
Because we lost a lot of good dudes. Who the world say, you know, good dudes in that era, and we would hate to lose this brother in that era.
Definitely.
So, go ahead.
But but I'm grateful that wasn't the plan for my life. You know, like it had a different plan. I had to go sit down. I really had to sit down and. You know, I had that time. Yeah, I had that time to really sit and reflect, realize what I wasn't doing right, come up with a plan. I didn't realize the power of my words back then, and I really want to talk about that because our words are creative, our words are powerful. But back then, I was actually in prison, like writing a goal book. I didn't know that's what that was. I was just like, yeah, these are my plans. I don't want to forget it. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But these are the things that actually happened when I came home, from purchasing real estate to building these homes that I purchased, like renovating them myself and turning that into a profit. I actually did that, you know? Yeah. And a host of other things. Studying fitness training. That was a goal of mine when I was up top, and I actually was doing that up there, like studying up there, but also I came home and studied that. And
let me interject, ask a question, because would you tell the young Jew, that he had to walk that path? What I'm saying is, if you had a young son, would you steer him clear of that path?
Well, I do have a young son, and I'm grateful that he didn't take that route. He's actually a correctional officer.
Because that's what I want to push. Jew made it out of the situation. Thank God. Mm-hmm. A lot of our brothers didn't.
Oh, no.
So we want to teach through his testimony. Thank God he's here. But to the youth, you don't have to get it out the mud. You don't have to go that way.
No. So now what I know, it's a much better way. Like I would tell young Jew that he's a genius. First of all, start a business. Like you have so much in you that you haven't even, you know, cultivated yet. You didn't even begin to water yet. You know, really from I would tell young Jew to keep writing, like keep writing, like, you know, because back then I was like just crazy with my pen, but I would write every day. Like I had stacks of books, and I even inspired other writers, you know, to do amazing things, man.
Y'all gonna listen.
Really,
This brother we're writing, what we working on about to manifest.
absolutely.
We setting the foundation so everybody could get $1 because we know everybody got to eat. So that's where the construction comes in and everything. But what we about to do and already in the process of doing for penmanship type things is different. It's different. I'm not going to expound on it, but it's different.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Definitely. And I would really say to young Jew what I tell myself now every day, like be authentically you. Like be yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like not trying to be outside of myself or worried about what somebody else think about me or worried about what's cool or none of that
too
matters.
cool,
Like,
you gonna lose.
well, we create cool.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like me myself, I create cool now. You know, so really like I could dress how I want to. I could speak how I want to. You know, carry myself in this manner and really being authentically myself. That's really what's cool to do. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna stand out. I could walk in any room and you know that light is on us. You get what I'm saying?
That natural
Really?
light. That natural
That's
light.
cool. You know? And that's what I really like tell myself every day, like be that. You get what I'm saying? Be that light.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, and that's what I would tell young Jew to be who older Jew is striving to be now.
Yeah. That's solid. That's solid. That's testimony.
Yes.
You want to add anything? You want me?
Go ahead, yeah.
You know, I'm not one that get on these cameras telling history. I'm just grateful that I made it out of our inner city unblemished under the law. I am glad. I bumped my head a couple times. All I say about the past on street is my father is Dexter, my cousins is E-Money and Pedro. So y'all, if y'all know the streets, you already know that lineage, what that come with. So me hanging over there every day, being over there, that stuff rubs off on you. Luckily, I took the hustler mentality and applied it to the square life. So I know how to take a 9 to 5 and work it like a hustle. See what I'm saying? So now, like, I'm a contracted worker at my job. That's my hustle. So, you know what I mean? Did we all go through certain things with instant gratification? Of course. Of course. I was lucky to have Mark Mahoney, who's an attorney, get all charges dismissed with certain things. Because me and my father just spoke about this week. When young kids come into the system and stand in front of a judge, the judge says, okay, all charges dismissed, but as long as you don't get in trouble for 6 months. But you have to have an attorney there to get that wiped out. That's stipulation right there. Because a couple times I almost pled guilty to that. ACD, as long as you don't get in trouble for 6 months. Because guess what? All charges dismissed today. But if Jamar would have came in front of that judge, in front of the court in a month or two, now we got a problem. See what I'm saying? And of course, a couple times I almost pled guilty to that, being with no knowledge. If I didn't speak up and say something to my family that I had an issue on the other side of town, then I wouldn't have representation, and who knows how my life would have been. You know what I mean? So for the kids, the allure of the streets is there. We're not going to pretend like it's not. But I don't care how street, how gangster you are. What are you telling your children? That should be the message. You tell your children, go to school, get good grades. That should be the message. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if that's not the message, we get the curriculum. We could go on another level. We know the curriculum in the school system is, we're not going to pretend. We don't need all that social studies and all that. You need to know how to read. You need math. You need finances. You need real health class teaching you nursing And then give me a
critical thinking,
yeah.
problem solving ability.
There you
like,
go.
You know, this is what our kids really need. And
Yeah.
a lot of these things come through life experience, but also this stuff starts in the home, man. We got to get it from home, man.
That's a fact.
You know, got to get that stuff from home. But you said something, man. Oh my God.
With the charges.
No, about hustling. To me, selling drugs ain't hustling.
Yeah.
That's really supply and demand. You
Talk
standing
to
there
'em.
with something that somebody already wants. You get what I'm saying? It's really supply and demand. They already know you got it. They're coming for it. Hustling is taking a pair of socks and selling somebody something that they don't even know they need. This is hustling. You get what I'm saying? So if you're selling drugs, you call it hustling. Unless you got that person addicted to the substance, you didn't really hustle that person. They was already addicted. They just know you got it now. But selling, CDs or not CDs no more, streams or
anything that a person
we outside selling CDs.
don't readily need.
Yeah.
Like right now, I don't readily need a new pair of socks, but you may have me buy 2 packs.
Exactly. That's hustling. You get what I'm saying? Coming outside and really putting that effort forward, using your gift to make currency. That's hustling to me. I definitely see that differently. I know I got people that see that differently to me, but I stand by that because
we stand with
both
you.
sides of that too.
We stand with it. We stand with them.
Definitely. Definitely. So,
He been through it. We've been through it. We stand by that message. We stamp what you saying. We stamp it.
Definitely.
If you can sell a nickel bag of tree, you can sell a $5 bundle of socks.
Yo, and I promise you, if you ask a lot of these CEOs that been on this side of the life and had that experience as well, they will tell you that the drug game and the corporate game is very parallel. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of similarities. It's a lot of things that apply. So for, somebody that came up in that, you can go higher. You can do so much better. You get what I'm saying? You can apply that knowledge to everything else. And to be honest, for me, like, I'm still breaking down halves and quarters and, we getting rocks shipped out to, it's in the form of concrete.
And construction. Talk to them.
Really, no, we dropping off stones and all that still. You get what I'm saying? We got to get some rocks, some crushing, running, all
Asphalt.
that shit. All that.
You know what I'm saying?
But then the measurements as well, like the measurements are the same, so it involves a lot of math, really, for the brothers that's deep in that, like, you could be an accountant. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could really, like, do something amazing with that skill set because it's valuable. That skill set is valuable.
It is. Man. Yeah, that was solid. That was solid.
Yeah.
Instant gratification, man. I know you got to eat, but tell the kids, go get a job, stay off the streets, and it works better in the long run. Go ahead.
Well, I think we need to stop telling kids to get a job.
Go ahead. Talk to me.
We should start telling our kids to go
Find their gift.
find their gifts,
Okay.
and also become an entrepreneur.
True. I'm with
You know
that.
what I mean?
I'm with
I
that.
think that's what we should be telling our kids, or even pick up a trade.
Yeah.
Pick up a trade.
Yeah. I have a trade, so I'm all with that.
Boom.
I stamp what he just said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, contrary, when I say job,
Yeah.
contrary to hustling.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's levels to everything. But what you said is actually perfect because if you hustling, you already an entrepreneur. So you already have the mind state to do for self. So you should bypass a job if you can. You know what I mean? To go right to selling whatever, your T-shirts, whatever. So I'm with that. I stamp that too.
Yo, I absolutely agree with that. You was about to say?
Oh no.
I absolutely agree with that. We're all here for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Like, we didn't just pop out here because 2 people got together. You get what I'm saying? Like, we came here to do something. To do something amazing. The word humanity. In Sanskrit, I reference Sanskrit a lot, but the symbol for humanity in Sanskrit means the deliverer of gifts. And like, we're here to deliver something. You get what I'm saying? We all have something seated in us that we're here to do, and our gifts are all unique to us. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to do what Jamar is here to do, but it might be something similar that could lead us down that same path. We can help each other on that path, but his gift is unique to him, you know, and all of us. You get what I'm saying? So I say find your gift. Like, figure out why you're here. Ask that question. Why am I here?
Yeah.
I promise you, somebody's gonna tap you on the shoulder like, "Yo, you should be over here doing this."
Yeah.
I promise you, that's the way this world works. The universe is guiding you. It's on your side, but.
And what do we always say? We came together on business, or not just business, but we're talking about the construction thing. But our gift, we always talk about, is what we really here for.
Passionate
Media.
about, absolutely.
Media. That's why we're really here.
Yeah.
We just showing y'all the behind the scenes on everything else that we doing.
Yeah. And I mean, it's content too, you know. So we got stuff, you know, topics that's big in our lives for today, and people can relate to that. People enjoy this this content that we able to give. So, you know, we speaking our truth basically.
That's
you know,
it.
like we can't get up here and talk about something we don't know about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
It wouldn't be authentic. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be authentic. And those who are viewing wouldn't be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the people who watch us, who tune in, can relate. You know what I mean? And hopefully it does inspire those who are watching, because, you know, everybody has a gift. You know what I mean? Everybody has a gift that is being suppressed. You know what I mean? It could be being suppressed by their family, their friends, the ones that they lay next to can be suppressing them. So, you know, we're here to, you know, open that chamber up within inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And get rid of that person or those people who don't want to see you do good. It's just that simple.
No matter who it is.
Yeah.
The toxic, man, is draining. And listen, it gotta go.
That's it.
That's the conclusion
That's it.
of that.
And
It gotta go.
If even if it's your loved one, like somebody close, you can't just X them out of your life. Just turn that down and turn up that inspiration. You know, that's some whatever's gonna feed that gift. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let that noise out. You know.
Listen, I don't care how y'all feel about this. If I love you, I'm only kissing your ass twice, man. I'm only kissing your ass twice if I love you. After that, man, you done. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I see you when I see you. Now, my brother always tell me about forgiveness. I forgive. But I ain't putting myself in toxic situations. I just can't do it because it's draining. You know what I mean? It's I got kids to feed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, speak on it, bro.
Go ahead.
You got to listen. Woo-wee. Man, let me tell you something. This brother right here, man.
Man, listen.
I love him. But let me tell you, I be trying to tell him something, and he be like, man,
and not a stubborn way, but
Right.
I'll be like, Deke, you talk to him. Let's talk to him. They need to know. Talk to him.
I mean, listen, it's all good though. You know what I mean? Because he knows it. He knows the situation better than me. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna tell my brothers and sisters, listen.
He give me righteous advice.
Yes.
Advice that he would do, and advice that comes from the scriptures that we supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And I usually follow 99% of the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, it's been my thing is that toxic. Only people could hurt you is the people that's close to you. For the most part. You know what I mean? I wean out anybody that's not close to me. That don't matter.
Yeah.
But I'm just not going to keep putting myself in a situation to somebody to keep doing something to me, no matter what, because I have seeds to pour into. I can't bring that baggage, you know what I mean, to the seeds to pour into. So, yeah, you would be fresh out. Kiss your ass twice, and you know what I mean? I holler. When you holler and you ready to really get it together, then it's that.
That's true. Very true. And it's so sad too, because life, you know, tomorrow's in promise.
Yeah.
So many people, you know, are missing out on saying goodbyes to that loved one. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he preached. He preached that.
And that's where it's like, damn, man. You know what I mean? I wish I would have been able to spend more time with this person. I wish I would have said, yo, I love this person one more time, or even sorry. You know what I mean? And listen, I just want
What
to,
about? Let me ask you. Let's talk specific.
Yeah, let's
What
get
about
real
in
with
certain situations where like you blameless in a situation? Like I didn't do nothing to you.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
What do you think in that situation? Or even let me say this because I don't want to pretend like I'm just blameless in all situations. What about when I take accountability for my faults in a certain situation and the other person won't take accountability for their faults? Because that's the one thing I will
Has
do.
nothing to do with you.
Yep.
And this is what I'm learning. What somebody else does and knows it has nothing to do with you. The fact that you took accountability, you fulfilled that law. You atoned for whatever you did. You get what I'm saying? But what that person, how that person receives that, has nothing to do with you. And it hurts sometimes because it's usually in cases like that, it's somebody that we care about, which prompted us to take that step and to really to atone for that, to want to make amends, in those situations. But people don't receive that, or But that speaks to that person's healing.
Mm-hmm.
Has nothing to do with yours.
Do you keep coming around?
No.
Nah.
Okay. I just want to make sure, we all on the same page. With forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to keep coming around that toxic environment. You know what I mean? A lot of people think, oh, go forgive that person, meaning I got to still go over there every day. Like, no, ain't no ill will. I forgive. It's all love. But I'm over here with it. You know what I'm saying? Are we in agreement with that?
Nah, that's a fact.
Because I never want to be in error. Scripture going to bring us where we need to be.
Right.
What we think about that?
Nah, you're absolutely right. I mean, what we say last week? Treat. Well, actually, you're the one that came up with told
What
me
was that?
about treating
Keep our
people.
notes.
Treating people how you want to be treated by God.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can only do so much. If that person is possessed by a demon, hey, you gotta leave them alone. You know what
Because if you
Yeah.
treating people like you want God to treat you, then that means how many times have we asked for forgiveness? What, probably 1,000 times at least on my part. So that
I mean? We'd
means
be millionaires.
so that means I would have to keep going around that person
Yeah.
if that's your loved one.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something that needs to be examined because if we said that last week, then it's something that needs to be examined. It's
work.
Yeah.
It's work. You know what I mean?
And y'all chime in. Let us know in the comments, honestly. Man, we open to learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too. Like, we're learning. All three of us. None of us are perfect. We know that.
God is working on all of us. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact. Yeah.
We all got something we working on.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that. Like, even the people we hold in this high regard, people we think got it together, they working on something.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
So
And King David.
nobody's exempt.
King David, who the Lord likened to his own hurt. King David had issues. So, you know what I mean? He was the highest of our forefathers at the time. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So we all got faults. Hey, one of the prophets.
That's it. So listen.
But we on the right track, though. Really, we asking questions, and we aligning ourselves with people that's seeking the truth as well. So,
Right.
And
And I'm going to tell y'all something too. Whoever's listening, if any of us brothers have done anything to you, and you feel like we haven't addressed it, come to us. You know what I'm saying? Come to us and talk to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I've done something to you, or you feel a certain kind of way, put it on the table.
Put it on the table.
Put
You
it
got
on
any-
the table.
You got any uncooked beef? I can't think of none off the top of my head.
Do I have any uncooked beef? Do I got any uncooked?
Hopefully not. I can't see my brother having any.
I mean, you know what?
Maybe a little couple squirrels.
You know-
Squabbles.
Yo, Jules seen me in action last week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it on there. Like, it's this one person. I mean, it's the energy. Like this person, they know what they did. You know what I mean? They know what they did. You feel me?
That's
Like,
interesting. I saw your people last night, too. That's crazy.
Oh, word.
They just ran. That's a fact.
They know what they did.
That's a fact.
That underhanded, that undermined bullshit. I can keep that shit.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Well,
yeah.
I promise you, we had that conversation too. Like, I promise you, like,
With that dude?
yeah. Well, no, me and you had that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, like how we have a vision for our future, and the people that aren't supposed to be there, like, they gonna work their way out of our life. You
That's
get
a
what I'm saying?
fact.
And we got to be okay with that. We don't have to harbor anything for those people. I promise you, we got to travel light. Like, we got to pack light. You get what I'm saying? So that's what when I'm talking about forgiveness, like, I'm really talking about letting that burden go, because that burden is heavy. You get what I'm saying? And we packing that with us when we moving through the world, and it's affecting other stuff. You get what I'm saying? Man, listen, I promise you, bro, pack light on that situation. Like, let that go and understand, like, yo, it's something greater in store, and that situation had to work itself out. You get what I'm saying? It had to get out of the way, because it's not supposed to be there. I promise you.
Man, our brother right there
And we really,
he been watering the seeds.
That's
yo,
a fact.
it's
Nah, thank you.
that's the
I
truth.
needed to hear
But
that.
I really had to study that in my own life too, and just be okay. Man, sometimes you got to be okay saying goodbye to people, like, and it's really okay. Like, but it's really the best for them too. Like, it's something great for them over there. You get what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be a part of that. You don't even got to know, because, man, spirit working with them people too. You know, really, we ain't got to worry about that. But I promise you, they not supposed to be over here either.
Yeah.
You know, and you seeing that through that energy that's being transferred there. So no, because we're not taking that energy there. Definitely.
Solid.
We definitely ain't coming. No. We ain't coming home with that. We ain't bringing that energy home.
Because it
You know what I'm saying?
do latch on to you, whether you know it or not. You be feeling a certain way, and then you may come deal with just other people, and it just got that little chip on your shoulder. So that's why, man, if it ain't about my brothers being righteous and talking, pouring life into each other, I don't be around, man, because it's draining.
Right.
It's late in the game. It's 2022. We like in the ninth inning of this.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact. So, you know, I love y'all. I love you all.
Love you too, y'all.
But listen, and those who are tapped in right now with us, hey, don't drain. Don't be one of those life suckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Breathe life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially the women. You know, women are world builders. You know what I mean? And we're here to help build that world with you.
Absolutely. I want to touch on that because,
Boom.
yeah, that's when we talk about self-accountability as men, we made sure that our show, we're going to make sure we hold men feet to the fire, and we need our women to go into their show and hold women's feet to the fire. No, nothing against other people who've done it other ways, but I don't want to point across the aisle to our women and bash them.
No need to.
They already have their own issue that they can work out amongst the women.
Yeah.
I think it's real bitch shit. Sorry for other words, but for men to sit around, and we agree to this, to sit around talking about what women not doing.
Yeah.
Let's sit and say what men.
Say that again. Say that again. We actually had a discussion. I don't think a lot of people go and do that. We had a discussion saying, yo, we're not going to go on here bashing women.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We come from women.
We come from women.
You know what I'm saying? And we love our women. And we hey, listen, and we will protect our women too.
There you go.
You see? So we have the utmost respect for them. So just have patience.
Yeah.
Have patience.
And women, y'all hold your feet to the fire. We're not absolving you of the issues in our community because you have the children most of the time, this or that. Just hold your feet to the fire amongst each other. And we gonna do the same. Yo. So when we link every night, every day, we all stronger together.
Yo, I promise you, I've been seeing that. It's a lot of women that's connecting with each other and just building each other up, pouring into each other. Oh, I know we still have some stuff to work on, but I see it. You get what I'm saying? I see the work being done. And, man, I'm happy to witness that. Like, there's some dope people out there that's doing some dope things, man.
The women have, man, contributed to all three of us so much.
Oh, my goodness.
Our brother here with his endeavors, you know what I mean? It's just, salute to the women. We love you.
Thank you.
We going to hold our feet. We going to sharpen the sword on our end. And every day when we see you guys, Y'all do the same amongst yourself.
Thank
You know what I mean?
Thank you. Like I said, like he's right. The women really have been
Instrumental.
What?
Like, had my back.
What?
Man. Smell the rats.
What?
Seeing the snakes coming in the lawn, cutting their heads off. Word is born. So I love y'all. Thank you. Man. You know what I mean?
Those are true life women kings, right? Those are woman kings.
Woman King.
Go ahead.
We got the movie, the pre-sale tickets, well, the
Yeah,
pre-screening,
you gotta bring it full
the
circle.
pre-screening for the Woman King. Go to the website, thegalactictribe.org. Go get your ticket. We're gonna do a pre-screening, so that means that we're gonna be able to see the movie before anybody else does, before it's out here in Buffalo. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the major reasons why we're doing it is because I want to make sure our people are protected. I want our people to be able to come to a show, watch this movie, and enjoy themselves and not have to worry about if somebody's going to come up there being, ignorant, doing some stupid crap. You feel me? Because we got people that's going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with having security. You know what I mean?
We're going to have
The
our security up there.
Yeah.
So just to protect our people, to let them come into the movie and enjoy themselves. So we're doing that, and we're doing that for Black Panther 2 as well. And that's just it. I want to be able to watch this movie with my loved one.
Oh yeah. I'm bringing my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my baby.
That's all.
Come on out.
That's it.
Come on out, man. It's no excuses. I know y'all show up to events. I see it with my own eyes, man.
Yeah.
Big up to our brothers who doing their thing. That just let me know Buffalo will show up. But come on, man. When y'all sit on the couch saying ain't nothing to do, ain't nothing righteous going on or this or that, bring the kids to the events. He has a pre-screening setup. You know how important that is?
Yeah, and it's based off of true events. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that you don't even get to read about in our history books, well, their history books. You understand what I'm saying? Because they keep that away from us because they know that it's empowering, and that's a scary word to them. Empowering.
You want to keep your self-esteem down. Want you to think you started as slavery. So I don't want to go too much on a tangent, but think about this. If as a people we think we started as slavery, modern day we feel like we doing pretty good. Like, oh, we out of slavery, we ain't that. But if you knew who you was before slavery, you were up here, slavery happened, now you right here. And we think we doing good. No, we could get way back up where we were. And that's why it's important for us to go see the Woman King. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Show our people, because who's the queen on the earth right now? Queen Elizabeth. That's the only one y'all know of queenship.
Royalty, yeah.
Of royalty. Nah.
But it's us though.
There you go.
It's us.
Right. And there's real queens over in Africa.
There you go.
But it
You know what I
starts,
mean?
absolutely. That's actual fact, and we never hear about it.
There you go.
We never hear about it.
Yep.
But really, so what we doing right here is planting the seed. You know, like really sitting at this table, watering the seed. You know,
That's it.
and I'm grateful for y'all. Really.
It's all love. It's all love.
Likewise.
And go ahead.
We pour into each other, you know what I mean, on a constant basis because, again, I can't stress enough, how many times you get with your friends and, man, they subtract. They steadily pouring your cup up. You know what I mean? Steady pouring that cup up. Not trying to put anything else in it. Come on, man. Like, I love my brothers, man.
We love you.
I love my people that I'm connected with. You know what I mean? Even if we don't talk for days or months, man, listen. One thing y'all gotta understand, y'all never gotta question my love and my loyalty.
And vice versa.
Straight up, with none of them.
I'll be going on the road. When me and him talk, we pick up right where we left off.
Exactly.
Them be your true friends.
Exactly.
Not a hiccup or nothing.
Nope, never questioning. Oh man,
Yeah, it's all right.
he bugging. I ain't talked to that dude, and I don't know how long.
You know we handling business
Yeah.
and pick right back up where we picked off. We left off.
I definitely want to speak to that too because I actually had something with a friend of mine earlier. Past couple months, we was on the phone. We was arguing. You get what I'm saying? Like really like just not the best exchange. This my brother, this my heart.
Yeah.
You know, we in text messages, like, just salty with each other. I saw this man today, man. It was all love. Like, we really had that conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we got a chance to really stand in front of each other's face and talk about that. You get what I'm saying? And really make peace with that. I apologize for my fault and everything. And, man, listen, man, it was just dope. Like, I walked away feeling like that weight lifted. You get what I'm saying?
It's heavy.
Let me ask you a question.
Really?
Was it disconnect between because of the text?
No. It was us really just talking to each other like we used to talking to each other, and it's like, nah, we men now, like, we don't talk to each other. But it's like, I mean, really, it was over. I'm gonna be transparent. It was over some business that we came together with, and things just wasn't really connecting properly. Like, all the dots wasn't connecting. And I admit I was at fault in some of it, you know. But it wasn't totally I wasn't totally at fault.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the communication was just off. You know, it's like I said, us not standing face to face, being able to have this conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
There's a lot get lost in translation through like text and all that. Even when you see on the internet how people talk to each other crazy as hell on the internet. Like, I'm no tough guy, but like, nobody ever talk like that, like face to face. Even though nobody talk like that on the internet, but I'll be like, where they do that at? Like,
That's why I hate social media, just because of that.
Definitely.
Like, it's giving a lot of suckers.
yeah,
Yeah, they get a platform.
You know what I mean?
But,
that wasn't your case.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. No, this is something totally. We just talking in general in regards to social media. And text.
No. But I said that just the fact that, you know, I mean, the growth, really, that we able to bypass all of that we able to see past all of that and really sit at the table and build, you know, at this stage in life, you know. Really, that speaks to our healing. That speaks to our growth.
And that's
You know,
all.
'cause we
Peace to
could've-
that brother. Peace.
Oh, definitely.
Peace to that brother. You know what I mean? I never met you.
Man, my heart, man, my brother.
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah.
If,
man.
hopefully in the future, we never know what happens.
Oh,
If,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I trust these two that if they bring somebody around, I trust their judgment. You know what I mean? So peace be upon you.
Yeah, definitely. Peace be upon you, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
blessed.
glad y'all
I
was
got-
able to, you know, reconnect. You know what I mean? Pick up where I need to be.
Definitely. And like I said, we coming home, so it's gonna be a lot of reconnecting.
Yeah.
You know, I'm coming home. I know it's a lot of family that I had to move away from for a minute, but it's all love. I love all y'all.
Your return, you coming back with a positive movement.
Absolutely.
Positive movement. So in conclusion, you want to tell them where to be September 10th?
Since we going in your name, you can do it.
Delavan and Moselle, the Delmo Center, as we know it. But it's right on the corner of Delavan and Moselle, September 10th, from 3 to
12 to 3.
Oh, 12, excuse me. Don't show up at 3. Show up at 12, from 12 to 3. It's just going to be a beautiful experience.
Bring the children out. It's
Bring
for
the
the
babies,
children.
bring the babies, bring
Afrofuturism, a place where they could come and just open their minds again. You know what I mean? Instead of the day-to-day stress.
Yeah, we got so many guests coming. You know what I mean?
Man.
That's gonna be signed up.
The program has had some immaculate nationwide. I have to big this up. Worldwide. I have to big this up because I don't think they really understand. Some of y'all do. Man, Galactic Tribe and Wakanda Alliance has brought some worldwide guests to the platform.
Yeah.
Worldwide. Okay? And you need to come out and be a part of this. Come out, share the flyers, do everything you can for people who doing the right thing and trying to teach your kids. You may not even be in the mind state to teach your kids the right way right now. But bring them around the community of brothers and sisters and kids who going to instill something in them. so that they could stay on the right path. What you said earlier, how he used to be into the arts, that's what I wanted to get back to. That age, that 7th and 8th grade, is when a lot of us turned. The streets kind of was the allure of a lot of us at that age. I used to be in plays. I used to be in the talent shows in elementary. Man, I used to could dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it turned to like that 8th grade freshman year. Somewhere, I don't even know what happened. And I think we need to touch on that on maybe next week. What happened to us?
Yeah.
Man, I remember I used to rock the African medallions.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Remember, y'all remember in 88, 89, Public Enemy was out of every Jeep? Even Rakim, he wore the jewels to catch your eye, but he was spitting jewels for your mind.
One of my favorites.
You see what I'm saying? We always had some nonsense, but it was always a good balance. So bring the kids to Wakanda Alliance, September 10th, Delavan and Moselle Center, noon to 3, okay? Let's get back to, if you my age group, you remember, man. Let's bring the kids back to that.
Yeah, that's what it all
Public Enemy, man, and all that.
Heck yeah. That's what made, hip hop is what made me become Muslim.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, it was cool. Speaking of knowledge of self and, eating right, like picking up a book, like I'm hearing words and I'm going to the library and to the bookstore and buying these books that talked about things that, MCs were talking about, KRS Ones, Eric B. and Rakim, Brand Nubians, all of these brothers, Poor Righteous Teachers. You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. It was all about unification. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, like, here it is, you got brothers right here, that's unified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, we're better together as a unit than we are as one. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, maybe that's what we'll talk about next week is unification, how important it is. And the falsehood of how people think that it can't work nowadays.
It's working.
It is. Word.
Don't get it twisted.
Word.
It's
This is all by
working.
design. This is all by design. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, what we talk about is free, right? But it's all by design. Like, God put us here to deliver a message. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you, like, He's blessing us. He's blessing us. You know what I'm saying? So, we here.
All praises,
You know what I mean?
man. All
All
praises.
praise.
We appreciate y'all.
Much love to you. Yeah.
Tune in next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. to the show. We not a podcast. We a show.
Yeah.
We a media company, LLC. Time is at hand. We like to show you the behind the scenes. All right? In conclusion, I love y'all brothers. I love y'all.
Love you too.
All right? We see y'all next week.
Anybody else got something to say? Good.
I'm pretty good, man. This is dope, man. This is dope. We be back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We on this, man.
Yeah, just tap into
Yeah.
us. Just tap
Hey, leave something in the
Kareem.
comments. Let me know what y'all think. Oh, really.
Yeah.
They been
Let us know.
tapping
We
in.
read these comments and we need to know, like, any feedback. Whatever.
Call us, text us, email us.
What's your Facebook for me and Jews?
I'm DQ Wali. Yeah.
So
That's
get
my
to his Facebook.
DQ Abdul Wali, which means protecting friend. So yeah.
What's yours, Jew?
Jewland on Facebook. King of the Hill on Instagram. We're gonna start doing more on Instagram too. I definitely have to. Golden Results Construction on Facebook.
Yep. And Time is at hand. Time is at hand on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Time is at hand TV. Everything is about being Time is at hand.
Go pick up those tickets. Go pick up those tickets.
Go to
Yeah,
all
pick
our
up those
Facebook.
tickets.
We'll see y'all at the pre-screen.
Yeah, go
We're
pick
gonna have
up
a good
those
time.
tickets.
We're gonna have a
You
good
know what I
time.
mean?
Yeah.
GalacticTribe.org is where you can go pick up your tickets. There's a link. You can buy as many. You can buy as many as you want.
Yeah.
Because we have 185 seats. So by all means, please
Buy
Yeah.
a few and give them out to the kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Get 'em quick. I know they gonna
Give
go.
it to your aunts and your mothers. You know what I mean? Like I would love. I want to see all the women in there. You know what I mean? I want to see mothers with their daughters. You know what I'm saying? And all of that.
All the
Like,
women
You
king
understand what
come.
I'm saying? Like all the women king. I want to see all the women king up in the building. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm gonna be with my woman king up in the building.
And that's real. Peace.
It might be, you know? Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Yeah.
Another one in the books.
Yeah, another one in the books. You know what I
We
mean?
can't just shut them off.
Peace.
Yeah.